When I started a company, I managed expectations with everybody up front.
Hello and welcome. A true entrepreneur is a doer, not a dreamer. And Patrick Bet-David is a textbook illustration of a doer, a true entrepreneur. From humble beginnings as a young immigrant to founding his own company, he found that dreams alone wouldn't help him achieve success. To be successful, you have to outwork, out-improve, and outlast the competition. And he should know, Patrick Bet-David is a successful author, entrepreneur, and financial advisor. His financial agency, PHP, is one of the fastest growing companies in the financial marketplace.
We didn't have time to prepare for this stuff, but we're all affected by it. Now watch this. In life, we typically react to crisis in two different ways.
Patrick also created and founded his media brand, Valuetainment, which has been referred to as the biggest channel for entrepreneurs. Certainly, far more people with far more advantages have failed or quit before reaching anywhere near Patrick's level of personal and professional success. Perhaps, though, it is precisely the fact that Patrick learned to find strength and happiness despite facing odds many others would find insurmountable that set him up to succeed. Patrick Bet-David is an inspiring guy. He truly embodies the American dream. His business genius is uncanny, and he tells it like it is. The journey into entrepreneurship is filled with naysayers, those who doubt you and say you'll never succeed. It will come from family, friends, and colleagues. But turning the criticism into motivation is the key. Take their "it can't be done" and turn it into "I'll prove you wrong." There's no better way to silence your critics than to make them eat their words. Always be grateful for your critics and use their doubt as fuel in your tank for doing the impossible. If you choose the life of an entrepreneur, stay strong, stay focused, be ready for the ups and downs, and remember that success comes from doing and not just dreaming.
I believe in domination. I don't want to compete because it's for sissies. I dominate people.
Most people get into a relationship emotionally, and then after the emotions are gone, because you have to make some real logical decisions, then you start realizing how important logical decisions are, and then you bring it into the table of relationship. Then she's like, wait a minute, I thought you loved me. And it's too late, because right. You've managed expectations the wrong way. So for me, when I was single and I thought I knew what kind of a girl I was looking for, what kind of a woman I was looking for, I was clueless. And I was dating all the time, I had all these girls, but I thought I was looking for this girl, and I was not. I read a book, 101 Questions to Ask Before You Get Engaged, and I got clear. If you do business with anybody, and you can sit up front and manage expectations with anybody that you're gonna have a relationship with, friend, business, investors, anybody, and you tell them right up front where you're gonna be at, you will gain so much respect from them long term, and you won't have to have that logical conversation with them 6, 12, 24 months from now that is gonna come up. So that helped me save a lot of the relationships at a time where I was clueless about what it was to be a CEO.
I think sometimes we want an easy life. I think sometimes we want everybody to love us and buy from us, and it's so easy, it's so great, it's all this other. And we, oh, my mom didn't treat me, she didn't tell me I was special, my dad didn't do this to me, my ex cheated on me, my ex did this, and this person did this, and my friend did this, and my boss, oh my gosh, this is why I'm losing. Those are all the reasons why you have a shot at doing something big with your life. Those are all the reasons. Those are all the reasons why you can use as an ammunition to say, boom, world, I'm coming. I'm gonna do something big with my life. So rather than looking at some of these tough times that you may be going through today and that you will be going through in the future, because depending on whatever age you are, you go from going to birthdays, to going to weddings, to going to birthday, kids being born, to going to kids' birthday parties, then you go to funerals. No matter what, we're all going to funerals eventually, if you haven't already started going to funerals. That's called life. And the sooner you anticipate tough times, and the sooner you overcome every single one of these tough times, that you think you're the only one that's going through it, one day you're gonna look up and people are gonna look at you as an example of somebody who was tough enough to go through the difficult times, and now they're a leader winning big, and they one day wanna be just like you. This is me at 18 years old in the Army, and you can, priorities are at 18 years old with all the pictures on the wall, and in Schwarzenegger to the right picture, and you can tell I'm working out. This was by far probably the most barracks in the Army. Every single sergeant and officer would come to my barracks in the morning just to stay there for whatever reason. I always got inspected. But this is a vision board. This was one of them. Now this is my other vision board I had when I was in the Army, and you can tell some of the things in their picture of my mother. There's a picture of Heineken, my favorite drink at that time. letters, things that motivated me and kept me sane. I'm in Fort Campbell, Kentucky, as the only Middle Eastern in the unit, and people from Alabama and Kentucky and Tennessee, Mississippi have never met an Iranian before, and I'm having a hard time making friends in a military. You know, a lot of time we think there's not a lot of value to vision boards. Mine needs to see things. This was found a month after I bought my first Ferrari, the 458 Italia. This is me at 21 years old. This was found in the middle of a book. I have not seen this picture for years. I completely forgot about this. Paulo Coelho, the author of The Alchemist, once said that when you and I turn 23, 24 years old, our brains, something happens to it where we become more logical. We're no longer, oh my gosh, this is possible, I can take over the world. I don't know if I can really take over. It seems kind of impossible if you really think about it. There's no way in the world we can build something like this. So we go into this whole different state of thinking, right? The possibility thinking is not out there. Let me explain to you a little bit more about this. Go back 2011, 7 years ago. I'm in my room, in my office in Woodland Hills, right by Warner Center Marriott. I have made a friend. I had known him for 4 or 5 years. We've done business together. Very smart guy, loved him, loved his wife, good-looking family, went to Wharton Business School, sharp as hell, brilliant guy. He comes to me after meeting at Cheesecake Factory because he says, I'd like to invest. I want you to be the CEO. I want to be your COO president. We go build this company together. I said, great, let's meet. So we finally meet in the office. It's 12:30. We're about to finalize the information to go into contract. And the number we agreed at this time, there's nothing taking place good at this time with the company. We're trying to build it. It's a lot of work. Well, we've been around for a year and a half. There's some track record.